only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP...
They saying AMP like they trying to be white? I think you went too deep.
Like, bro, no cap, they are lying though. That's the crazy part. Like, you telling me that if you had your product and Target was like, hey, can we please put your product in our store? You would say, no. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like you can't expect niggas to like put the community over themselves. Like, realistically, is any of us do? Like, some people might, but like, come on, bro. Like, on the individual standpoint, you tell him a nigga to sacrifice his bag just for public image. They don't have a responsibility to show up for the community. It would be great, like we said, but like, okay, like niggas chose to do this shit. It's a bad look, you know what I'm saying? I might not co-sign it, big brother. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, it's for the bread. What's going on, YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have why Black America hates Cenat. Now, I didn't really know that was a thing, bro. Like, Black America, I feel like people just hate on bro because he's famous. Obviously, that happens to a lot of famous people, but you know, you got the allegations, he fakes reactions. Streamer University, he only showed love to his friends. What else? He got a stylist. The nigga can't dress for nothing. Like, he's just like a very fake nigga. That's what people be saying about him, but I didn't know the hate was this bad. Like, that's crazy, bro. So we just gonna react to the video, see what it's talking about. If it sounds interesting to y'all, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and let's get straight to the video.
The only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP...
They saying AMP like they trying to be white? How so, bro? Like, I think you went too deep. But then again, I don't be keeping up with AMP like that. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This shit was cool back when I was like, before I was 20 and shit, but now, bro, I'm just like, I don't know. I gotta do my own shit. I can't just be watching these niggas all day doing this, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they content is catered towards like younger niggas. You know what I'm saying? I feel like early 20s-ish to late teens. But I'm like, people tell me I'm mature for my age, so the shit they do don't really appeal to me. Like, I'm watching these niggas play slam ball. Like, the fuck am I doing that for, my nigga?
He convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump.
Wow.
Today is Monday, January 20th, 2025. Donald Trump becomes the 47th president of the United States. And at this particular time, him and Elon Musk are still cool. Elon Musk, remember, is the head of Doge. And shortly thereafter, we got this particular announcement. DI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And most companies like Facebook had this particular programs to pull minorities and other people into upper management positions. Right. So you would see people like Caroline Wanga, who is now the CEO of Essence, benefited from this program when she worked at Target, but more to come with that. And so it benefited a lot of people, even white women, but black people also benefited in some way. And so this program was to guarantee that blacks would be represented in other groups in the professional landscape in upper level management. And then we found out that as a company, DEI was gone. It was optional. If you wanted to use it, you could. If you didn't want to, you could drop it. So Target said,
they said, we done. I've been hearing about that being a thing, which I guess that means that they don't, you know what I'm saying, feel the need to hire anybody. Because they did before, it's just like a publicity type of thing. But, you know what I'm saying, now they're just like, hey, fuck them niggas. We ain't hiring them. To put it very simply. You know what I'm saying? My family been letting me know about that a lot. Like, they've been like, yeah, don't even shop at Target no more. I'm like, dang, why not? But now it makes sense. But I don't look too deep into these things for real. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I need to fix that. But yeah.
Target dropped it. When Target dropped their DEI program, a lot of people got pissed. And we started seeing levels of boycotts happening in early February in Minnesota. But there was a big boycott that was started around March 5th that was spearheaded by Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant in Atlanta that was supposed to last for 40 days.
People are boycotting Target, and here's what you need to know. People are not shopping at Target for 40 days. The boycott started March 5th and runs till April 13th. So this is like a Target fast for Lent. And here's why you need to get behind it. In January, Target rolled back on their DEI initiatives. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Target literally stopped promotion goals for women and people of color. Is that a company that you want to support? Is that a company that you want to stand behind? I'm sorry, but it's time to give up Target. These people do not care about you. They only care about their dollars. You need to take control of your dollar and stop shopping there. Also, if you're investing in Target...
I could get behind that, but at the end of the day, it's like, do any corporations care about niggas? Like, as much as they claim to, like, just because they still got the DEI, like, they could just be doing that for the sake of, oh, yeah, we getting the niggas on board. You know what I'm saying? That's one off the bucket list. What's the next thing we need to, like, you feel me, that we need to do? Like, just because niggas got certain shit don't really mean that they still care about you for real. So if you're doing it for Target, I guess, because it's real clear, it's real set in stone with them because they took that shit away. They like, oh, yeah, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all niggas, like, suck my dick type shit. But the rest of the companies who still got it, even if they could not really mess with black people like that, like, they still doing something for us. So, you know, I guess you can overlook the intention or the true feeling behind it. So, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Sell your stocks. The organizer of this boycott is a pastor from Atlanta, and he said that this is a fast for accountability, a fast for justice. Like, we cannot be okay with how Target is treating its employees. They're treating black entrepreneurs.
What does this guy do at AMP though? Like, that's the thing I'm trying to find out. Cenat, where does he fall into all this?
Now, it could be debated if DEI helped black people. And of course, I don't really think so, but it didn't matter. I didn't think this DEI boycott at Target would work. But boy, was I wrong.
Black churches have come together to boycott Target for 40 days during Lent because the giant retail store rolled back its DEI initiatives. According to Retail Brew, Target experienced the 10th consecutive week of a decrease in foot traffic and a drop in its stock price.
Tough.
The Black Chamber reports black people spend about $12 million a day at Target.
Wow.
Thanks to Placer AI, we can track foot traffic at Targets in the Carolinas. And from March to March, in North Carolina, there's been a decrease of about 8%. In South Carolina, nearly a 5% dip in foot traffic. Now, you can't say this is connected to the boycott, but it does show things have changed.
And not only did we see it in North Carolina, but in other cities like Detroit.
Target is taking a financial hit after dropping its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The retail giant has reportedly lost more than 12.
I really need to, like, really learn what DEI means, because I'm pretty sure it means just the fact that they hire, you know what I'm saying, people of like different colors for the sake of getting them involved in shit, right? Because like inclusion, right? We need everybody. Everybody come on, bro, on board type shit, right? I feel like that's what it means. They hire more black people with that shit. And now that it's gone, they not hiring niggas or putting them in positions of power. I feel like that's what it means, but I'm not too sure.
$0.4 billion in revenue. This comes as calls for boycotts against the retailer continue.
It hurt Target so much that foot traffic decreased tremendously. And even black-owned companies that were distributing their products with Target were getting called out on it. And it got seriously bad. But fast forward, let's go back to the Essence Festival. Now, remember, a lot of people had a lot to say about, you know, Africans taking over Essence Festival and, you know, and the Caribbean culture and fufu and other kind of jollof rice being there. That was a discrepancy. But another discrepancy was that the Essence Fest accepted a title sponsorship from Target. This was a slap in the face to a lot of people in the black community, especially those who vote Democrat, because Essence is now getting out of touch with the culture. You could have went with anybody else, like Walmart, but purposely you disrespected the black community for money, and you know that black America doesn't like Target right now.
When I look at Target and try to meet their colors to make it more palatable, maybe we see you and we skipping it.
I think, you know, in life, I think
the line thin.
So would a black event endorsed Target? Why? Why did they do that? That was not a good move, brother. Unless something's going over my head and I just don't understand all the way. Like, why was this a thing that happened?
That's called it. Keep going. We right. Damn.
Now, the Target booth at the Essence Festival, people were complaining about it because nobody really wanted to interact with it, according to some. And to make a bigger slap in the face, look at Caroline Wanga on LinkedIn. Now, Caroline A. Wanga, who is the current CEO of Essence, worked with Target. But if you look at what her LinkedIn says, clearly she says she's a DEI practitioner. So why did Caroline Wanga, who basically got her start with Target under DEI, and then also understanding that Target canceled DEI, why did she then, as a CEO, accept a title sponsorship for Essence Fest, knowing that black people would not like Target, even though they canceled DEI? And she's a DEI practitioner?
Huh?
Exactly. Hypocrisy at its best. But fast forward. Now we understand why the black community has an issue with Target. We would also understand why the black community would have an issue with anybody who wants to fool with Target. Again, according to most people in the black community, Target is taking opportunities away from African Americans by not hiring them, so therefore we shouldn't shop there. Any black person who deals with Target is not on code. Now we have the situation with Cenat and AMP.
Okay.
Now you guys know that Cenat is probably the #1 streamer on Twitch right now. I mean, he's the #1 streamer in the world. I think it's iShowSpeed, but Cenat is huge. He's a very talented guy, and he's a part of a larger group called AMP, which has, you know, him, Duke Dennis, Agent Zero, Chris, a whole bunch of other guys, right? And they have this product called Tone. Now, Tone is like a product that you can buy, and it includes like deodorants and body wash and stuff.
I didn't even know they was doing this shit. Okay, they branching out. I see it. So what, they selling this product at Target? Is that what, you know what I'm saying, we about to learn?
Stuff like that. And because their audience is so huge, a lot of big YouTubers that have this following can sell in stores. And so they could put this product anywhere and most likely it would sell out. This particular partnership went to Target. And so when it went to Target,
new and only at Target. Okay. Now, why the fuck would you do that? I was ready to say, I thought it was going to be a thing of, oh yeah, they sell it at all different types of locations, one of them being Target, but new and only at Target, my nigga? Why did y'all do this? Surely them niggas knew that Target was on black people bad side. Surely them niggas knew that shit. So why the fuck did they do that?
people were upset about it because of how the black community feels about Target.
Yeah.
And not only did the partnership go to Target, they started streaming giveaways in Target.
What's the total?
Really? When? Bro, I'm really not tapped in, bro. Like, when did all of this shit happen? This nigga was streaming in Target. How do you even get your setup in there? Where is your PC just in the middle of the floor? My boy? Like, what is going on? He got the colors on and everything. Like, I don't get it, brother. I don't understand why they doing this, you know what I'm saying? I was, like I said, if it was the fact that they just sold their products at Target as well as other places, it's like, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying? You expect these niggas to, like, you know what I'm saying? Be role model, like, stand up for the black community and shit. Like, bro, niggas don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Individual people, when it's money that they about to earn, they don't give a fuck about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, to expect them to do that and represent the whole race, bro, and be like, oh yeah, we not fucking with Target. Like, bro, if that bag big enough, niggas will do anything. Best believe. But the fact that they doing it only there, it's kind of sketchy, I won't lie.
They started streaming giveaways in Target.
What's the total?
It's gonna be $1,406.
14. Look, $1,400. Y'all did good.
Now, once this started
y'all did
happening,
good.
a lot of people in the community started trying to give some advice to AMP and Cenat because they felt that, hey man, you guys are making the wrong decision.
This is a message for the AMP group, the streamers. I was just giving y'all some great credit, man, because I love the way y'all work together. But, you have to be careful, man. Do not let corporate utilize y'all. And what they're going to end up doing is going to create brand, right, unalignment or misalignment rather, to where they're trying to use you all to divide and conquer, right? They believe they can get the demographic of young folks to start supporting Target again. Then it would diminish this whole movement that is boycotting Target. Anytime your people are doing something, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, everybody should be on point. You understand me? If people want to support y'all brand, they can take their ass online. But I don't want to see y'all helping them increase foot traffic into Target, regardless of what y'all business deal or structure is. The whole thing that y'all have is y'all power is independence. But you have to always focus on your brand alignment and be careful of your associations, right? Because in the long term, they may not lose, but you will.
Yeah, it's a fact, bro. Why? What reason was there to align with Target? Surely them niggas knew what was going on, bro. Like, you can't even say they didn't. Like, come on, they're grown ass men, bro. They heard that shit. I heard about that shit as a fucking 21-year-old at the time. I think I was. So they definitely heard about that shit, and they still chose to do it, bro. Like, I don't really get why, bro. I guess the bag was just big as hell. Might have just been the biggest bag being offered. So, I guess, brother.
And the criticism came deep. Folks started coming after AMP, started coming after Cenat, and calling them all sellouts because, hey, all of you guys are black and the black community is supporting you guys. And then you're out there putting your product in Target, which is against the black community. And one of the people that came out against that from AMP was Dennis Duke.
Like, bro, no cap, they are lying though. That's the crazy part. Like, the same people who got something to say, you telling me that if you had your product and Target was like, hey, can we please put your product in our store? You would say, no. Shut the f up. That's what I'm talking about.
See, and that was kind of what I was saying, right? If the bag is big enough, niggas gonna overlook all that shit. It's easy to judge from that point of view where you're not the person in the driver's seat making the decision. But at the end of the day, my nigga, like, you had to have known how that shit would look. Like, you couldn't have went to Walmart, my nigga. Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure them niggas still do DEI. You know what I'm saying? I think. Like, that would have been a lot smarter, bro. Surely y'all had weighed the consequences versus benefit ratio, and y'all niggas still chose to go to Target, my nigga. Like, that's bad. That's bad. Because y'all worried about your public image. Of course you is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your image is everything on the internet when you solo, like the nigga said, independent. So that's the only thing you got. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing niggas really go off of, your image, bro. Because we don't really know who you is for real. Like, you're not showing that side of you. You don't even want to show your kids, Duke. You got like 15 kids, I heard, my nigga. So you're not showing the real you. It's just your image. And your image is looking like you support Target, bro. Like, niggas, they not fucking with that shit.
Now, Dennis Duke is telling everybody, like, yo, like, bro, like, shut up. Like, you guys will put the product into Target if you want it, like, if you could do it, but you can't, and that's why you're hating. And this caused a big backlash.
The fact that Duke Dennis tried to get on here and lie and say that Target was not losing money like they thought they would. First of all, we don't listen to nobody who lies about how many kids they got. Second of all, you lied about how many kids you got. I can't take advice from you. Third of all, you lied.
The first two of all was the same shit, shorty. you good?
About having kids. I can't trust your research. You don't
okay,
even know how many kids
So she did that shit on purpose. I see.
you got.
And it continued to go forward.
The only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump. What first convinced me was when Duke Dennis went on Quinn Blackwell's cooking show, and she asked him who he voted for, and he said, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it. And that right there told me, because it's like, if you voted for Kamala, you would say you voted for Kamala. But like, the overnight stream at a Target is crazy. Especially knowing that black folks and people of color are boycotting Target because they threw out their DEI. It's really tone deaf and irresponsible.
But another big part is Cenat. Now, Cenat is a guy who is, from New York with a deep New York accent. If you look at him, you may not know what his background is, but I believe he's like Trinidadian and Grenadian. I'm not sure. But when they signed the deal with Target, then people remember this clip.
You're African American, bro. That's it. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
Now, I don't want to take him out of context, but it appears to me that he's saying that, you know,
your
you're just
background
black.
don't fucking matter, my nigga. You American, bruh. Still an American on the end of that shit. You feel me? We don't give a fuck where you from. My nigga, you in America.
You don't have culture like Ghanaians, or you don't have cultures like Trinidadians and the other people. And again, that's kind of how people feel about, you know, Caroline Wanga and the rest of the Africans who are now in control of Essence Fest. And so now it's like, okay, on one hand, you're acting like us, Kai Cenat, like, you know, your culture is very East Coast African American. And then at the same time, you're telling us that we don't have any culture. And then you're moving along with Target, who completely has turned their back on the black community, according to those. It's like, stop the show. I don't agree with DI. I don't care anything about DI at all. But understanding that the community does care about DEI, it's a slap in the face. And then when you go back and you look at a clip like from Kai Cenat, then it's almost obvious. It's like, okay, you could use the culture to basically become us, and then when it doesn't benefit you, you can go and, you know, go to Target and stuff like that. Again, this is kind of what happens. I mean,
see, that's the thing, bro. Like you can't expect niggas to, like, you feel me, put the community over themselves. Like, it would be nice, bro, but like realistically, is any of us do? Like, some people might, but like, come on, bro. Like, on the individual standpoint, you telling a nigga to sacrifice his bag just for public image? Like, how realistic is that? They don't have a responsibility to, you know what I'm saying, show up for the community. It would be great, like we said, but like at the end of the day, bro, it's like, okay, like, niggas chose to do this shit. It's a bad look, you know what I'm saying? I might not co-sign it, big brother. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, it's for the bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got bills. Now they got hella bread, so they probably didn't even need to do this. You know what I'm saying? But hey, as a grown man, that's what they wanted to do. So, you know, I don't watch any of these niggas for real. So it's like, it's not going to change nothing for me. Like, I don't really support them in any of that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, directly by watching their videos or anything like that. They cool. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they straight. You know what I'm saying? People, they cool people, it seemed like. But at the end of the day, we don't know these niggas. So why is this so surprising? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bad look for sure. But at the end of the day, like, they don't really got a, you know what I'm saying? They don't owe anybody nothing for real.
And people do this even in the black community. But again, if you're going to market yourself to the black community, you're going to have to understand what they like. And this goes for Essence Fest. Now, on one hand, I can say, look, they own the festival and they own what they have, and they should be really concerned about black American culture, right? And again, Kai Cenat with the Target and all that stuff, hey, they could be like taking their product to someplace else, Walmart, and clearly what Target wants to do is to get the black base back buying in Target, right? But here's the situation. These guys have a bigger audience, much larger than black America. That's the thing. Yeah. Kai Cenat is just not a superstar amongst black people.
Mr. Worldwide.
He's a superstar everywhere. Not as big as Ice Show Speed, but he's close, right? And so the reality is that these guys don't care about Target. They're out of touch. They don't have the problems that, you know, that you have, or maybe I have, or anything like that. And so to expect these guys who are young and don't really understand the struggle and they're rich to understand what you're going through and take a stand is crazy. I mean, I get what you're saying, right? I understand Essence should be doing that because Essence built their brand based on the black community. But Dennis Duke and Kai Cenat, they just happen to be black. They also come from a much younger generation, and they're not tied to that. And then some of these guys in AMP are not even African American, like Agent 00. I believe he's like Ethiopian or Eritrean. So like now you have the merging of younger people who are not African American or #FBA, and they're looking for the bag. And they're looking at what makes them, you know, go better. So if Target comes and gives them a higher percentage of money that they can sell, they're going to push Target. I
Simple.
guarantee you that's what Target did. Target said, listen, bring AMP tone into our distribution and you guys will keep a lot of the profits. And they said yes. And they're going to continue to do so. Again, black people are going to have to start understanding that, we're going to have people that be for us and people that are not going to be for us. But again, we got to do the work and create our own jobs. And you can't rely on celebrities or YouTubers to, hey, make stands or stand up for you. Not everybody's going to be a stand-up guy like LL Cool J. Like LL Cool J, you declined to perform in Philadelphia while the strikes were going. But that's a stand-up guy. Most entertainers or YouTubers are not stand-up guys like that. And to expect them to be stand-up guys when they're trying to get to the bag is ridiculous. Because I'm going to tell you right now, then this dude, Cenat, and the rest of these guys don't think they owe you nothing. So guys, what do you think it should boy Duke Jackson back?
And that's just how it is. Like we said, bro. It would be great if they were, but they just not. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't owe nobody nothing in this world. So them niggas is just like, let me get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he said, it would be one thing if they was really only popular in the black community, but them niggas, like, they don't really gotta worry about that shit. This shit probably not gonna affect them that much. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, niggas gonna get over this shit tomorrow. Cause I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they audience, like the age demographic that they got, they don't care about this shit, bro. Like, I didn't even know any of this went on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna affect the people who already watched them. You know what I mean? It might affect their public image. Maybe in the long run, if they keep doing shit like this, then niggas finally like wake up and see, oh yeah, these niggas only care about themselves. Which, obviously, my nigga, like, come on. Like, that's how really most people in their positions would be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in their age groups too. So you can't really be too surprised that niggas did this shit. But with that being said, if y'all got any thoughts about this, in the you can leave them in the comments down below. You know what I'm saying? Also like the video and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, I'm going to catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.